Mathematics. Today we have taken one question from polynomials. Okay, where an algebraic expression is given to you and that is equal to kx cube plus 9x square plus 4x minus 8, right? If this is the expression and you can see the variable k over here, okay, and the data which is given into the question is that this is divided by x plus 3. This one is divided by x plus 3. The remainder is minus 20. It will give you the remainder as equal to minus 20. Then what is the value of this k? Then we need to find the value of k. To solve such question, students, don't try to divide. I just given that this expression is divided by x plus 3. So don't try to divide it completely because it will become tedious, right? So I'm just telling you a trick. Suppose it's given by divided by x plus 3. So just x plus 3 equal this x plus 3, right? This will give you, when you equate it to 0, when x plus 3 is equated with 0, this will give you the value of x as equal to minus 3, isn't it? And now take this value of x equal to minus 3, okay? Now take this value of x equal to minus 3 and put off into the above expression. Then when you put it into the above expression, the above expression will look like, hi Nora, k times x cube plus 9x square plus 4x minus 8 was the expression, right? This was the expression. So when you put x equal to minus 3 here, what will happen? K become a variable and x, the value of x is known to you, just put up over here, plus 9 times minus 3 whole square plus 4 times minus 3, then in the last it's minus 8, and all this will be equal to the remainder which is given to you, that is what? Minus 20. I hope you got this step, right? Hi Nora, hi Felsi. So when you just this, you can see this is an equation, and when you solve it, 3 power 3 will be 27, but minus coming 3 times, so it will be minus 27, right? Minus 27 times k. Hi Nora, I am perfectly fine, thank you. Hi Adris Ali, very good morning dear. And plus you can see 9 into 3 square, 3 square is 9, 9 9 81. This minus will become plus, so the sign will not be changed. Then 4 into minus 3 will be equal to minus 12 minus 8, and that is equal to minus 20. Here you can see minus 12 and minus 8 becomes minus 20. So this will be cancelling with this RHS, right? So we are left with minus 27k plus 81 is equal to 0, right? And this will give you minus 27k as equal to minus 81, and this will give you minus and minus will be cancelled out, and the value of k will be coming as 81 divided by this 27, and this is clearly coming as 3. So the value of k is calculated as equal to 3. This is your answer. Now into the same series, okay, how we solve it, you have seen. If it's given that the given expression is divided by x plus 3, don't try to get it divided completely, okay? It will become tedious. So just equate the, if the divisor is given to you, just equate it with 0. This will give you the value of x. Put this value of x into the above expression. It will give a equation where the variable will be k only, right? And since the remainder is given to you, it just equate as equal to the given remainder and just solve it, you will get the answer. Now in the same series, I'm taking a different question now. Into this question, there is three pair of lines given to you. Three pair, not three, actually you can see. This is one line, this is another one, right? And this is vertical like this. So let me zoom a little, it will be better. So this is given to you. So these are three lines which are intersecting each other at a common point, right? And these line segments are AB, CD, and EF, right? And few variables are there. This is X. This is given to as equal to Q. Q. This is Q. And this one is Y. And few angles are given to you. This is 50. Hi Nora, I am fine. Thank you so much. This is 50. And this angle is given to you as equal to 90 degree. So in this figure, it's given that AB, CD and EF are intersecting each other at a point, let's say O. Okay. Then we need to find the value of angle Q. What is the value of this angle Q? That need to be calculated. So students, first of all, you can see EF and CD are line segments, right? So we can say that if this is CD, this is EF, then the angles which are forming in between are X and Q. This is X and this is Q. You can see. And these are what? These are nothing but vertically opposite angles. So can we say that X is equal to Q? Hi Hers. If X is equal to Q, from here we can say that X is equal to Q, being a vertically opposite angle. So if X is equal to Q, then definitely if you know the value of X, Q is known to you. How we are going to calculate x? It's very simple. You can see AB is a straight line. You can see this. AB is a straight line. I am writing AB is equal to a straight line. Therefore, angle AOE, this 50 degree I am saying, this angle AOE, right, plus EOD, which is x, right, which is x plus angle BOD. Angle BOD. All this will be is equal to, added as equal to 180 degree, isn't it? You can simply see AB is a straight line. Now, the value of AOE is known to you, that is 50 degree, right? Let me squeeze a little. Yeah, that is, this is coming as equal to 50 degree because this is given. You can see this. And x being a variable, keep it as it is. And BOD is given to you as equal to 90 degree. This one. So just put up the value of BOD over here, plus 90 degree, and all this is equated as equal to 180 degree, right? Now you can see this is simple equation, 50 plus x plus 90 is equal to 180. Now add 50 plus 90 constants together, so this will give you x plus 90 plus 50 is 140, x plus 140 degree as equal to 180 degree. So I'm just using the same RHS over here, so just to save the space. Now the value of x can be written as equal to 180 degree minus 140 degree, which is coming as equal to 40 degree. So the value of x is calculated, and that is equal to 40 degree. If the value of x is known to you, we can see x as equal to q, vertically opposite angle, x as equal to q, right? X as equal to q. We have been asked into the question, what is the value of q, my dear friends? Oh, then you're easy to answer. You have the answers with you. You can answer your teacher that yes, the value of x is equal to its vertically opposite angle. The value of q is equal to its vertically opposite angle x, whose value is already calculated above, and that value is coming as equal to 40 degree. So we can say that the value of q is nothing but 40 degree. So this value of q is calculated as, equal to 40 degree. This is our answer. Now let me take another question. Do you want me to take a question from separate topic? Maybe probability, mensuration, trigonometry. Yeah, so this is a question. A cuboidal cartoon is given to you. Okay. So you know the shape of a cuboid. Okay. This is a cuboid. If you see from side, it is looking like a rectangle. If this is a cuboid, it's given that a cuboid cartoon measures 60, 30, 30. That means the dimensions of this cuboid is given to you as 60 into 30 into 30, right? This is the given dimensions in centimeter cube. That means we can say that maybe the length is 60 centimeter, another dimension the breadth is 30, and its height is 30. Maybe this is the breadth, this will be the length, and this will be the height. So into this question, this cuboidal cartoon whose dimensions are given to you, some packets are placed inside it. If this cartoon is open, we are putting some packets over here. Maybe this packet, one packet, maybe this one packet into this corner, second packet, like this. And it's given that how many packets of certain dimensions can be placed inside it. Okay. So these packets, this is the box, this is the dimension of box, and the packets are also into the dimension of a cuboid, are having the dimensions of a cuboid, right? High elaboration, high elaboration fruits, packets which are placed inside this cartoon are having the dimensions 15 into 6 into 4. So these packets which are kept inside this cartoon are having the dimension 15 by 4, by 6 by 4 centimeter cube. These are the dimensions of this packet. This is a dimension of packet. Now, such packets, this paper is disturbing, so let me put it. So these packets are kept inside this. So students, think about that. It has been asked that how many such packets, how many such packets having the dimension 15 into 6 into 4 which can be kept inside this cartoon. So definitely if you're, this is first packet, second packet, maybe third packet over here, right? And then fourth packet, the entire volume of this bigger cuboid, the box, right? The volume of box, when it's divided by, or we can simply write volume of this cuboidal box should be equal to n times n packets, n such packets kept inside this. Which packets? Which is having a dimension of 1564. So we can say n packets. This is the count. N such packets of dimension 15, 6 by 4. This should be when all such n packets will be entered around it, will be going inside it, right? Then it will occupy the entire space of this box from inside. Entire space will be occupied, right? So what we can say, the volume of this entire box, which is equal to 60 by 30 by 30. So we can say that 60 by 30 by 30 centimeter cube. This is volume, L into B into H, which is the volume of a cuboid. So this entire volume will be occupied by the packet of size 15 into 6 into 4, and not only one packet but n such packets, right? So n times the volume of that packet, 15 into 6 into 4. So the number of packets, this one, n is the number of packets which is asked into the question. Number of packets equal to what? So simply divide this LHS, just solve the above equation, you get the number of packets, right? So the number of packets will be equal to 60 into 30 into 30, which is your LHS, divided by this 15 into 6 into 4. This is coming from RHS to the denominator of LHS. This is coming here 15 into 6 into 4. And this will give you the number of packets which is equal to n. And this is your answer. But you can solve it. 15 will divide 60 in 4 times, 15 460, and this 4 will be cancelled by the 4 of this denominator. 6 will divide this 30 into 5 times. So we will be having 5 into 30, which is equal to the value of n packets, so n is coming at 30 into 5 is nothing but 150. So 150 is the value of n. That means number of such packets which can be placed inside this cartoon and fill up the entire volume. Then the packet which is placed inside this cartoon is of size 15 by 6 by 4. Then the value of n, as we calculated, is coming as equal to 150. So in this way we have solved this, students, right? Now let us take another question, maybe another question from the same. The number of plants of dimension, if we have taken from um, the same mensuration, let me take a separate one. The diameter of a cone is given to you. Yes, this is a good question. So now let me take the diameter of a cone. You know the shape of a cone? The base is a circle. The base is a circle, and you can see like a canopy. This is the slanting height L, and considering the radius, this is the radius. Considering the center, this will be the radius, right? Now the question is that the diameter of a cone is 14 centimeter. Diameter is given to you as 14, and its slant height is 9. Slant height is this one, the slope which you can see from the top vertex of the cone to the base, and this is given to you as equal to 9 centimeter. Now what is the curved surface area? The curved is equal to what? This is given. Curved surface area can be easily calculated. The for any cone, the curved surface area of the cone is nothing but equal to pi multiplied by r multiplied by L, pi RL. We know the value of pi. Just put it. Is 22 by 7. Let's say I'm not using 3.14. 22 by 7. We can use that one also. Multiplied by r. If the diameter is given to you as 14, then what is the value of r? R will be 14 by 2. Right? Multiplied with the slant height, which is already given to you into the question. So that is 9. Right? Just solve it. 7 will divide this 14 in 2 times. 2 will divide this 22 in 11 times. And 11 into 9 will be 99. 11 into 9 will be 99 centimeter square. Both are in centimeter. So this will be the 99 centimeter square is the curved surface area of cone. Right? Oh, let me see if I did some wrong. Badshah, your answer seems correct, right? Let me verify. 11 into 9, but I left this 2. Oh, my dear friend Badshah, you are perfect. I left this 2. So this 2 will be multiplied, right? So 9 into 11 is 99, but this will be multiplied with 2 again. Okay? And our answer is nothing but equal to 182, 9, 18, carry 1 to 198. So 198 centimeter square is the answer, not 99, but 99 multiplied by 2. So 198 centimeter square is the answer. Yeah, Basa, you are very smart. Thank you so much for being the just asking me for the correction, as it was a calculation mistake, right? So this answer is 198. Now let me take another question. Okay, we have taken few questions for today. This is just for the preparations of the coming examination. Okay, the next question which I am taking today is, if you want to take me, it has been asked that the curved surface area of a cone is given to you. The curved surface area of cone is given to you. And what is that? And that is given to you as equal to pi rx. Pi into r into x. For this cone, pi rx is the curved surface area, right? Curved surface area, that means which if the cone is placed over here, you will not be able to see the base, not able to touch the base from outside, okay, because this is kept on the ground. But other remaining areas which you are able to touch from your hand, this slant, yeah, this slope, all this is nothing but this area which is just used to cover the made the cone is a curved surface area, and that is equal to this curved surface area, but that is equal to pi rx. This is given to you. It's given that the curved surface area of a cone of slant height x by 2, and it's also given that this slant height which is equal to L, this slope is given to as equal to x by 2. Your freeze is empty. Oh, you can feel it, my dear friend Vatsa. L is equal to x by 2, right? The slanting height. Then area of its base is there being asked. The base which is there, which I explained that which is into the touch of the ground. Okay. The area of base is it has been asked into the question. Base area is what? Right? Students, if you know the value of R, you can easily calculate the base area because the base area is nothing but it's a circle and base area is equal to pi r square, isn't it? Pi r square, where r is the radius of this base. If this is the center, then r is the radius of this base, right? Now, the slant height is given to you as x by 2. Now, if the curved surface area is given as pi r x, the curved surface area of this cone is given to you as equal to pi into r into x. I'm just taking the figure which is given into the question. Now, this curved surface area of cone is pi r x, and the formula of curved surface area we know it's equal to pi into r into L. And into the RHS we have pi into r into x, right? Let me check Batsa. So here pi and pi will be cancelled out and the value of L is x by 2. You can put it over here. So if the value of L is equal to x by 2, right? R into L. The curved surface area of a cone of slant height x by 2 is pi rx. Pi rx, the area of its base. So L into x, R into x by 2 is equal to L is x by 2, right? So R into x. So we should not put up the value over here. It's simply given that the product of R and X, you can see here, pi Rx, right? And L is x by 2. L is x by 2. So the slanting height, if you put over here, if this is equal to x by 2, radius will be 2r, which is right, right? Basta, your answer is right. So the radius of this cone is calculated if you compare pi r l as equal to pi r l as equal to pi r x, right? Then since L is x by 2, we can simply say that radius of this cone is equal to nothing but 2r, right? Simple compare. L is x by 2 and here it's x, right? So if this is 2r, the area of the base can be calculated. Yeah, perfectly fine. 4 pi r square, right? So 4 pi r square, 4 pi r square is your answer. So students, we can take some more questions if you want. It's very interactive class, so it's perfectly fine. The radius of the sphere, maybe let me take some different questions, maybe some questions from the total surface area of radius and slant height L by 2. Yeah, a hemispherical ball is given to you. Let me take some from hemisphere. Hemispherical ball is given to you. This is the ball which is into the form of a hemisphere, right? Into this question, the hemispherical ball is having some internal diameter, and this diameter is given to you as equal to 36 centimeter. So the radius of this bowl is 36 by 2, which is coming at equal to 18 centimeter. Hi Alvarashan. So 18 centimeter is the radius of this hemispherical bowl. The hemispherical ball is having a radius of 18 centimeter. Now, it has been given that this ball is filled with some liquid. So this ball is filled with liquid. That's it. This liquid is to be filled in a cylindrical bottles of radius 3 centimeter and height 6 centimeter. So cylindrical bottles are there, small bottles. Okay, cylindrical bottles are there. Of same size. Okay. Now we need to find how many bottles are required to empty the liquid from this bowl. So if these are cylindrical bottles whose dimensions are given to you, radius is 3 centimeter. Here radius is given to you as 3 centimeter, right? And for this bottle I am saying cylindrical bottle, radius is given to you as 3 centimeter into the question, and height is given to you as equal to 6 centimeter. Height is given to you as equal to 6 centimeter. This is for the cylindrical bottle. Now students, it has been asked that the liquid which is kept inside this bowl need to be poured into these bottles, and these bottles need to be filled, right? But how many such bottles will be used? Do you know? We cannot say what is the volume of the bottle, but if you remember the concept of a volume of any liquid or the space which is occupied inside this solid object, any three-dimensional object, is the volume, right? So if this liquid is poured inside these cylindrical bottles and this bottle is filled, so definitely whatever the total volume into this ball will not be filling this bottle. So definitely liquid will be left inside this ball. Then when this cylindrical bottle is filled, you will be using the same liquid to fill this second bottle, right? Like that you will be filling. When this one is filled, you have filled this. After that we will be, for the with the remaining liquid you will fill the third one also, then likewise. So let us say we are using such bottles, but we are using such n bottles, right? Basel calculated 72. We are very fast. Great. We can match our answer, my dear friend. So here n bottles are used. It has been asked that how many such bottles. You can see the internal radius is calculated as 18 centimeter from the diameter. So what we can do, this is a hemispherical bowl. So we can say the liquid contained inside the hemispherical bowl, that is equal to the volume of, let me write bowl, simply bowl. The volume of the bowl will be equal to volume of n such bottles, isn't it? We have n bottles. Because let us, the entire liquid will be used to fill n such bottles. It will be using, we will be calculating it. It has been asked that how many bottles are required, how many such cylindrical bottles are required to empty the bowl. Likewise, so the volume of the bowl will be equal to n times the volume of the cylindrical bottles. And what is the volume of cylindrical bottles? That is equal to n times the volume of one bottle. Simple calculation. Repeated addition is multiplication, right? Hi Shadaf. So when you just solve it, you will get the value of n. But you should know the volume of the bowl. For a hemispherical ball, the radius is given to you as 18. We have calculated. The volume of the hemispherical ball is 2 by 3. You need to remember this formula, students. 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? Because 4 by 3 pi r cube is the volume of a sphere. So for a hemispherical ball, it will be 2 by 3 pi r cube is equal to n times the volume of a bottle which is having a dimension. So it will be pi r square h is the volume of a cylindrical bottle. But mind it, students, this r is 3 centimeter and this r is 18 centimeter. So don't do the mistake. Okay, here the value of this r is nothing but it's equal to 3. So pi into 3 square into the height of the cylinder, which is equal to 6. Just put it up 6, right? And that is equal to, equate it with 2 by 3 pi r cube, which is the volume of the liquid contained inside this bowl, right? 2 by 3 into pi into r cube, and here the radius of this bowl is 18. We will be using this 18. So this will be 18 into 18 into 18. 18 cube is there, right? Now this pi will be cancelled out, isn't it? Now 2 by 3, so this 3 will divide this, maybe 6 will be, let me write it completely. This will be 2 into 18 into 18 into 18 divided by, bring all this which is into the RHS, that is 3 square into 6. So this is 3 square multiplied with 6, right? And this 2 by 3, so 1 3 was there with this 2, right? So this will give you the value of n. So Basa, your answer is 72. Let me solve. 3 into 3 is 9. So 9 will divide this 18 in 2 times, and 6 will divide this 18 in maybe 3 times, and this 3 and 3 will be cancelled, and this will be giving you the value of n as equal to 4 into 18 as the value of n. 4 into 18, 2 into 2, this 2 will become 4, and this 18. So this is coming as 72 as the value of n. So 72 bottles will be used to empty the liquid which is kept inside this bowl. And Badshah 34, your answer is perfectly right. The volume of ball divided by the volume of bottle will give you the number of bottles, the n number of bottles, right? And n, the value of n is calculated over here, that is equal to 72. So the value of n is calculated as equal to 72. So the question was that a hemispherical bowl of internal diameter 36 centimeter, right? So we calculated the radius 18. So it's given that it contains some liquid. This liquid is to be filled into cylindrical bottles. Bottles having the dimensions of 3 centimeter as radius and height as 6 centimeter. How many bottles are required to empty the ball? So the number of bottles required to empty the ball will be equal to the volume of this bowl, right? Divided by volume of a bottle. This will give you the value of n. The value of n is the number of such bottles. Will let us say we have assumed it as a variable as equal to n, and the value of n is calculated from here is volume of bowl divided by volume of bottle, which will give you the answer n equal to 72. So such 72 bottles will be used, my dear friend. 72 bottles will be used to empty the liquid which is kept inside this bowl, right? So thank you so much for being connected, and just keep on practicing more question, and I will say then you will definitely succeed. All the best from my side. Let us succeed in your life. Let's move forward. I am also with you. I am doing my part, but definitely it's your effort only which will push you onto the top of the success. Okay? So all the best, my dear friends, my dear friends. Yeah, Batsa, we can close the class because it's already 47 minutes. So maybe I'm coming with a separate session. You want more questions, then I can extend further. Otherwise, we can just, I'm feeling some little cold and cough. So maybe we can wind it up for today, right? So thank you so much for being connected, Batsa. Uh, and generally in the morning only I'm coming, okay? And maybe into the rest you need to take the ginger tea. Thank you so much for for your suggestion and your careness, right? Thank you, my dear friend. Thank you. So thank you, Sadaf. Thank you, Elvarashon. Thank you for being connected. Thank you, Harsa. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Edris Ali. Thank you, Flexi Boy. Thank you so much for being connected. Happy learning. Bye bye.